shawty, use a. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready. 53 is the mark. General West. Set. Defense.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Bartlett. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register. While we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Haywood!
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Got it. Go out. Check 53. Watch QB. Get it.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, let's go. 2.
Operating from the gun. Bartlett. Open man is Galladay. Complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 4th down, Bartlett. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Taylor. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
You ready? 53's mine. Hey, Sam off. Get that quarterback. We tripping.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards at the midway point. It's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Sit. Watch the sit.
Looking to throw. Bartlett. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 27-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And now it's blocked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
We're going to shut you down.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bartlett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch made by Johnson. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Lions have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach wouldn't run out the clock.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming. Look, please. Go.
The final shot before break. Bartlett. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Right, get some space. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw here. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Look at me. Go.
On first down, Bartlett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bartlett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there. First down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Bartlett. James has got it. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw. That's caught by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm coming for you, son.
2nd and 5. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mike, 3 bucks. 53.
On third down, Bartlett. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On fourth down, Bartlett. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Check. Watch 54. 22, check. 22, check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? 53 is the mic. Okay, double up. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Bartlett, throw left side complete. It's James. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point, and that will get him one closer. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I'm beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Blue down. Check 3, chain weapon. Go on. SOS.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
We got
23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you're looking for? Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Detroit, and even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
On the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barkley. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Go to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this throw caught left side and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Looking to throw. Bartlett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey. Fair.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Don't get nervous.
On 4th down, Bartlett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to go to Harvin again, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Slam. Hey, I step. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Bartlett, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play situations.